Welcome back, guys, to another Let Loose Dog Talk. Uh, Today we got a special guest, CJ Bulldogs. We got Gabriel, Gam American Bulldogs. So
What's
CJ,
going on?
Hey, what's up?
tell
What's up?
us tell us a little bit about your journey into these dogs. What made you, start with the Bulldogs, or did you start with any other breed before you jumped into the Bulldogs?
Right. So growing up, I had boxers. Um, they're another short muzzled breed. You know, they're
Yeah.
really cool. We had them pretty much like my whole childhood. And we got to moving around. It was probably like the mid 2000s, like 2006 or seven. We hit Arizona, right? So they used to own American Bulldog before I was born. My parents, right?
Okay.
So they were searching for breeders, and they had gotten their dog from Kyle Sims, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So they had a Freddy Krueger nephew, Rip and Woody grandson, like some old ancient, like old school dog. So
Yeah. Yeah.
none
Nice.
of
Yeah.
none of that was like gonna be relevant then, because this was back in like 92 or something, and maybe 94. But this was about 2007, I think, and we found a breeder because we were in Yuma, Arizona. He was in Scottsdale. I don't know if you know him, but he was Roots American Bulldogs.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've heard of them.
Yeah, so he had a lot of dogs that were off the daily line mixed with Boyd's blood.
Okay.
And then he had the something special in it, uh, the SS blood. So that was kind of his mix. So we had a dog named Logger, and that was my first AB, you know, as a
Yeah.
kid. So he kind of put an impression on me, because if you just look at a boxer to an American Bulldog, it's like I thought it was just like a boxer on steroids.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you were able to keep the tail basically, but he was super cool. I enjoyed him. The dogs that were boxer to an American Bulldog, it's like I thought.
Oh, sorry
But
about that,
yeah,
CJ.
that's just kind of my intro to the AB breed.
Okay. So, I know that the last time I know you had an Aranya son. I
Hmm.
think I saw him the last time was in Vegas,
Right?
right? Frank, I think it
Yeah,
is.
Frank.
I know. I was trying to go through. Earlier I asked you about him, and you told me which picture was him, and I was trying to see if you had any more recent pictures because that boy changed most likely, right?
Yeah, I probably do. I'd probably have to dig him up. I know so he's actually with my mom right now,
Okay.
but he's probably 112, 113 pounds right now. It's the last time he was at the vet. And he is a taller dog. He's about 24 inches. So he's a
All
good
right.
sized male. I do want to breed him. I don't have a female. My female's plans kind of fizzled out a little bit. Uh, I plan on breeding Billy again and
Okay.
lining up on her, because she had a fantastic temperament and disposition, which I think with this breed you can't have that many that are like off the wall. At least
Yeah.
as a normal like residential household. If
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
acreage, or if I had land,
It's a
maybe
different
it's a
story.
different story. You could have some
Yeah.
wild bucks in the mix, but
Yeah.
it's not feasible to have like five alpha dogs under one roof. Like you're just gonna
Yeah.
be maintaining singular dogs versus like a pack. But yeah, Frank's really cool. He is out of Orania and Billy. But yeah, I plan on like two or three more potential breedings with Billy. But since she passed away, I've just kind of been on the look for a female, and I'm just kind of been
Mm.
waiting. Now, luckily, I have him and his brother, which males I can buy time, but there's going to come to a point where they're three now, they'll be five 2 years from now, and then they'll be
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. Yeah. True that. Yeah. So CJ, how is it that I know you mentioned because your parents used to have American Bulldogs. So did that kind of push you to continue having American Bulldogs? Because most like you probably loved them, but was that
Right,
something like, you know what, I kind of want to continue breeding and
right, yeah. So the those dogs that they had, they passed around 2014 to 2015 range.
okay.
Like their two dogs that they had bought, and then my dad passed away, so my mom's interest kind of like backed off a little bit, because that was kind of their thing. I
Hmm.
didn't get into ABs again until 2019. It was my senior year of college, is when I got my dog.
Okay.
So I
Was
wanted I wanted something similar, so I went down the rabbit hole. But Rick Shaw passed because that's the first place I was going to go to.
yeah.
He had passed away, so I did a lot of research. Boyd's American Bulldogs, Matt. I've gotten to be able to meet him and build a relationship with him, and he's
Yeah.
helped me a lot as far as like direction and where to go. So he kind of like gave me that boost with Aranya. I got it from him. So without him, there would be no Frank. And he led me to Chad Dunn because Chad bought a male named Noose from him as a
Okay.
puppy. So that kind of segued into me going through Chad, and that developed that relationship. Which then I had gotten Shelby, and then later on I did get her sister Billy, and then I actually had a couple half sisters at some point, but
Is
I just
Shelby that one dog? I think this is the first time I met you. It was at
yeah,
Rancho
the pied
Seco up
female.
north. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yep,
right.
yep.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
No, great confirmation dog. Definitely more showy. Billy was more of a brood female. Definitely thicker, bigger. The size difference between those two were pretty significant because Shelby was pretty short. She was like 20 pounds, 65. No, not 20, 20 inches, 65 pounds. Billy was quite bigger. She was like 22, 85, 90 range.
Mm.
So, and then their brother Cyrus, he's a big male. He's like 105, like 23, 24.
Nice, nice. So, what made you what made you get into the oldies? Was it because you were looking for something to downsize, or it was just something that you were like, you know what, I kind of want to create my own dog and go from there?
No, not necessarily. So I had the dog. So I think anybody that's owned an American Bulldog or any dog in general, when you get that first dog, it kind of leaves an impression on you. So I
Hey,
got,
Martin.
I had ABs, so I obviously bought ABs again,
Yeah.
because that's what I was familiar with. But I always felt that the ABs I had weren't like the ABs that I grew up with, or that
Okay.
I'd seen in that era. Because they went to shows between probably like 2007, 8 to like 2014 range. So even in that uh decade gap, I could see the change in dogs. So Chad had this female named Crush. She just had a litter of puppies, and I wound up getting a female out of that litter. Her name was Toots, and I thought she was just the spitting image and really up more my alley of what I had owned before.
Okay. Yeah.
And you had seen her at the SoCal show. She was the little red puppy I had,
Oh yes, 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 yeah.
and she looked like an AB just with a dock tail.
Yeah, true that.
So I had her, and structurally phenomenal. Like that dog was straight front to back, perfect female. Chad just was surprised that I liked her because she was not the oldie type. But that's what
Mm.
got me into oldies. Because if you showed her in the ring, I wouldn't say she'd do bad on a structural level. She'd check every box.
Yeah.
She just didn't have like that. It's not that she didn't have a nugget. She just didn't have that round, typical block nugget.
Block. Yeah.
Like if you look at my profile picture with Diesel, he's got a block head. She's got more of that triangular look.
Here, I'm gonna put Diesel up here so you people could see who he is.
Yeah, that's Diesel. He's from my he's my second breeding out of for oldies, and he's in one of my F1s from that first F1 litter.
And then, did you
Mhm.
keep a litter mate from this him or no? Or you just
Yeah,
have
so I have
him?
his sister right here, Tacoma. She's just a
Yeah.
piebald. Yeah, she's super
Okay.
cool.
And then
She's a little
when
more
I'm,
athletic built, and he's
she
more
is, huh?
thick. Hmm.
Okay.
Is that her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's Tacoma. Yeah, if she was a male, she would beat him up easily.
Really?
Like she's built. She's really nice. You know, she's just got the testosterone. You know, but as puppies, she was huge. Like her nugget was bigger. They both had big nuggets, but like for a female, she was really typey.
Oh, nice, nice. We got people from Mexico, CJ.
What's up?
Hey,
What's up?
Maurilio.
Saludos.
So, CJ, your first OD breeding you did, um, with the results you got from that, it was a F1 because it was American to a OD, right? Now
So
this
that
current,
diesel is from my second breeding. My first F1 litter, yeah. My first oldie breeding was to Tonka and Toots,
okay,
which she even though she had AB characteristics, she was an F2 herself, and he's an F2. So Trinity,
okay,
she's outside right now. She's technically an F3, but a half sibling to Diesel.
oh, okay, I see.
So whenever
So,
you go back to an original breed, whether it's like the English Bulldog or the American Bulldog, it automatically resets whatever. If you're generational F3, F2, F1, it'll just result back into an F1.
mm,
Yeah.
okay. So,
Okay.
I'm looking at your current litter, and man, those
Mm-hmm.
pups look good, real consistent.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that made you choose this AB compared to another AB out there?
Right. So the biggest thing is like with the oldies, you are able to add the AB in there, you know.
Yeah,
So she had on the pedigree side of things, she was line bred Naptown's Patron, which is from the Stranglehold breeding, you know,
yeah,
and Peach. So she was doubled on that, and she had Medusa in her ped, which that's a Crimson daughter. So that's another shot of AB there.
yeah.
And her grandfather is Gutter Boy. So you have four shots of AB in there mixed with the oldie stuff. Some of the oldies
Mm,
that were bred were a little bit more EB, some of them were more truer. So when I was looking for a stud, originally it was going to be Thick Rick to Cinnamon, right?
yeah,
We went Cinemax because she's line bred. That'll be better as far as pushing that old school type forward. Versus the Diesel, what produced Diesel in Tacoma, Tonka and Billy had zero relation. You know, that's like mixing Seven Up with lemonade. You know,
yeah.
versus now I'm kind of in the same similar genre of things where the pets could talk to each other more, even if it's an F1.
Mm. And I see because man, look at this boy here.
Yeah, that girl's crazy.
Oh,
She's
it's a
really
girl.
cool.
See?
Yep, yep.
She's like the perfect mix of both of them. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
she's just like put together, like just.
Yeah, she's really broad and she's not even the biggest girl, but she's proportionally very put together.
Yeah, no, man. These are some good looking pups, honestly.
That's the ABS one for sure in the litter.
Oh,
That's Yams.
yeah.
Hmm. No, I got
So,
really good type, um, really good consistency out of them. Uh, I do think they'll be shorter though. I don't think the height will be too excessive.
okay. So, do you feel okay? See, I don't know much about oldies, and I'm trying to learn. How is it that do you feel that like the F1s bring more to the table than if you would breed a oldie that is already established with another oldie?
I think it just depends on how you want to line it up. So
Okay.
just like if we were talking ABs, what would you be looking for an outcross? You know, the the oldies are such a composite breed where even if you took an AB to an EB, right, made
Yeah.
an oldie, and even if you took that back straight to EB or just a general oldie, you're not gonna lose it off the bat. But if you keep stacking and stacking, eventually you'll lose it. So in this
Mm,
case, I'm just trying to bring the AB traits forward that Cinemax already had, and just trying to line up on that on a shorter, more compact level.
well, I see. Hey, Robert, how's it going?
What's up, Robert?
So, what are the, I guess, the pros and cons on the F1s?
So anything you desire in an outcross, it's essentially the same as an F1. It could be like head type, size, athleticism. It could be shoulder sets, angulation. Uh, Typically, oldies and English bulldogs don't have the tighter skin,
Yeah.
so that could be an option. And like because it's an F1, it's a foundation, so you do have the latitude to make it what you want. You know, because even if you were within the standard, we could talk about the ABA standard versus like the IOEBA standard,
Hmm.
and we can make some references between those two standards, and a lot of it does influx together. You know, there are similarities. Like besides size, there's a lot of overlap between the two breeds.
If the individual dog, too many of each breed, I don't like. It's the individual dog, too many of each breed, I don't like. ¿Cómo?
Right. So oldies are just you can breed off generational, you can breed off F1s, and then the only dogs you can add in
Mm.
is American Bulldog or English Bulldog. You cannot add Bull
Mm.
Mastiff anymore.
What
Like
Oh,
about for the people that are
you
adding
can't
that?
breed
What
a
is that like?
Greyhound to an oldie and call it an F1 or a
oh, okay.
pointer or Doggy D Bourdet would not classify as an F1. You know, they're only limited to AB and English.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I seen
So,
recently, I don't know who it was, but I seen some where they posted that, and I was wondering, what is that? Like a oldie, an AB, and like a bull mastiff. What is that?
Yeah. So the breakdown. So Levitt was the one that started it all. His percentage is 50% EB, a sixth American Bulldog, a sixth Pit Bull, and a sixth Bull Mastiff. Right. That
okay.
being said, nobody's breeding Pitson. Nobody's breeding Bull Mastiffs anymore. It's just American Bulldog in English. Which
Mm.
there's no embark back then, so that's just
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
an
yeah.
estimate on pedigree. So
Yeah.
like I could take my Tonka Billy litter for example. You know, I bred an oldie to an American Bulldog. Guess the percentage of English Bulldog that would be in Diesel. Like
Hmm.
just a wild guess, because on paper it should be about like almost 60%. You know,
Okay.
but the embark split on him was 60% AB, 40% English Bulldog. So it's not necessarily 50-50 off parents. You got some genetic shuffling just
Yeah.
based on how they pull
Uh,
from the pet, you know.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like with this litter I have on the ground, because it does line up, it may lean more AB because there is more literal lining up of genetics, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I
But I'm
see.
not going to keep breeding AB. Like to me, I don't see the reason to breed an American Bulldog to an oldie, which produces an F1, and go straight back to AB, straight back to AB. That kind of defeats the purpose. That's just basically a oldie AB. You know,
And you know what?
eventually
And I
this is
seen
all
that
going
a
to
lot
tie
in the,
together.
yeah, and I've seen that a lot in the AB, but they don't
Mm,
say it has OD. They just,
yeah,
say, oh no,
I
it's
mean,
straight AB. Yeah.
right.
yeah, that's the.
Because like at the end of the day, the foundation in my mind, you have F1s, twos, threes, and they don't really call them F4s, but you would eventually get generational. The idea is by the time you start on the first generation, you are achieving your goal by the F3, F4 mark, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to create a balance right now between my Tonka dogs, which is Trinity, Diesel, and Tacoma, and then I'm trying to just keep that balance with this litter, and it all tied together by the F3 mark.
Mm. So CJ, but it is allowed to use a bull mastiff still, right? Or no?
Mm-mm. No,
Okay.
I don't remember the date cutoff, but you can't get an AKC bull mastiff right now and breed it to an English bulldog and call it an oldie.
Well, we have John from the IOEBA.
Mm.
Um, does he accept the bull mastiff? Or John, if you can answer that question,
No.
because yeah, you're right. And let's say if they do, I really haven't seen somebody do it. Going out
Yeah,
there and say,
no.
"Hey, I'm breeding a EB to a bull mastiff," and or
Yeah, I think it's probably like 9 or 10 years, because I know of a breeder. I think it's Holdfast Bulldoggies. I think they have an F1 oldie. He's like 9 or 10 now, and he's off a bull mastiff. But I
mm,
haven't really seen a lot of F1 bull mastiffs. I really just see it with the F1 ABs.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Chris
that'd be
Moore,
interesting to
Chad
see.
Dunn, they're all F1 ABs.
Mm.
I think
And
Chad's
then
done
like
one
John,
F1 EB.
oh,
I think that
okay,
was like 3 or 4 years ago.
like
But he's got big
John said,
dogs.
the best foundations are AB to EB,
Hmm.
or
Or
Yeah.
AB to OEB.
yeah,
I think, and that's why if you look at the ABA standard versus like the IOEBA standard, and you try to compare like their descriptions between the head, chest, top line, back, bone, there's a lot of vocabulary interlap. I'm not saying it's the
mm,
same standard, but if you describe the chest to be on the ABs to be deep and moderately wide, and the IOEBA describes it as wide and deep, that would be pretty synonymous, as
yeah,
far as I would read the standard. Yeah. So,
okay,
yeah,
So,
yeah,
so
you
the
answered
AB
it.
is
ABs
the
are.
better option. Okay.
I just think the AB talks to the oldie better, or it's more aligned versus a bull massive. That's a lot more size. That's a longer back, and I don't think you can keep the bull mastiff bone as easily as the AB bone, if that makes sense. Because
Yeah,
usually,
it
whenever
does.
a mastiff gets outcrossed, you lose a lot of that bone factor.
We
Like,
have
do you
a
remember? Do you remember Buff Dogs at all?
yeah, I do.
The Rocky Mountain Bulldogs.
Yes, yep.
They had Neapolitan Mastiff in that mix, and by their F3s or fours, you can't tell
Mm.
at all. Like even their F1s and twos, it would get bred out so fast.
We have a question, CJ. And here is for you. They're like, does the AB type matters, Scott or Johnson, if you breed it to the
Oh,
oldie?
100%. I would only consider the ABs as far as like their bully classic type. Like I wouldn't even use a Johnson dog per se. They're way too tall.
Yeah,
So that's another thing that I can talk about with like the difference between this F1 litter and the other one. You do have to consider bone lengths,
yeah,
because if you are breeding a small male like Tonka to Billy, that's a bigger female AB, you are you have this chance of mixed matching bone structures, right?
Mhm.
So Tonka had a super short back, right?
yeah.
Like super short back, and Billy, just like an AB, it wasn't excessively long, but it was longer. I had gotten a puppy. His name was Torque, where he had his short back, Tonka's short back, and Billy was like taller, so he got all his leg, all her leg. So he was about like a 19-inch dog with a super short back. He kind of looked like a deer.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, no, no.
you could tell he would pop, but like if there's such thing as too short of a back, that would be the dog. It'd
Mm.
be like not having that loin portion of the back. Like he was just like chopped. He was a cool dog. I could probably find a picture of him. I don't have one on my Facebook of him,
So,
but
so,
those
so
could
I
be
think
like
for
the issues you run into as far as like the F1s. But if you're not
yeah,
breeding accordingly or rather more selecting for the traits you want to keep, I think that plays a bigger role. Yeah, you do want to go
Yeah.
bully type. I
Yeah.
don't really think there's a benefit at all to using a standard dog or a hybrid dog. I would just go bully. So like Thick Rick, that's the male to this current F1 litter. He's a really short cobby male. Uh, he's probably like max 20 inches tall. He's pretty short, you know. He's probably like
Okay.
95 range, you know. He could live tie Cinemax, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't need to like AI it, you know. So they are much similar in lengths, you know, and heights.
Yeah. So
Versus maybe a dog like I wouldn't use Frank per se, and he's an
that
AB,
was
you
I
know.
was gonna ask you that question. Yeah.
Like I own Frank, but I don't need a 112-pound, 24-inch male. You know, the standard on the oldies is 18 to 20 inches for males and 17 to 19 for females. Me adding that much bone or
Or
forearm per
leg.
se,
Yeah.
even if the dog is thick, it's gonna look lanky because of all the leg, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So yeah, I
Christopher.
would just say it's selection at that point.
Yeah. So see, Christopher, you wouldn't breed a 24, 25 inch dog at the withers to a oldie. You know, you rather go smaller. You know,
Right.
like like a good example, like Gutter Boy or Thick Rick.
Yeah. So like you could probably use your diesel pretty easily. Like
Yeah.
he's shorter, more compact male. He's not gonna be like even if he does throw bigger, the oldie is gonna throw shorter.
Mm.
I mean, you can
So
keep selecting for big dogs. I've seen oldies that are huge. I've seen oldies that are bigger than ABs, you know?
I did see one in the Beast, oldie.
Mm,
I think Chris and Gina produced it. A dog named Moso. Man,
mm.
he was a pretty big dog. So it
Right,
looked like an AB to me.
right.
Oh yeah, that's the one. What show was that? When everybody
I,
was losing their minds?
I
Oh,
think
the
that was
Beast of the East.
no,
Yeah, but
that
no,
was for
another one.
nationals
Yeah,
for the ABKC.
yeah,
Oh,
ABKC.
Oso.
Yeah, also,
Yeah,
yep,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
and I mean, I don't think I don't think you can go wrong if you're selecting an oldie with AB type versus going to an AB. It just in my circumstance, I wanted to line up on some of the blood she had behind her.
mm,
But I mean, yeah, Oso's F2, I think. He's off Blue Dream and Boy George. So that's I think that's F1 to F1.
oh, okay, I see. Yeah, Robert does have a pretty sized males too. He took one
Mm-hmm.
to the bees, and that boy, I think he was young too. I think he was still a pup in there, but he had good size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't. For me, I wouldn't want my oldies too big. I think anything above literally 100 is getting too big. Because in my mind, even if you had like an extreme bully American Bulldog, that should almost be like if you had a standard schnauzer to like a giant schnauzer. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Because I
yeah,
don't think the types could vary that much if you wanted to breed both. You know, personally for me, like what I want to do with Frank versus my oldies is gonna be two totally different like routes. Like I want to keep Frank's line bigger. I would
yeah,
like him a little, probably not necessarily sleeker, but I want you to be able to look at Frank's offspring and Diesel's offspring and be like, yeah, those are two totally different. Even if they have a common ancestry, you know.
yeah. And just for reference, man, I just lost. Oh, here it is. Frank is his boy,
Yeah,
and then
that's him a little younger. Yeah,
yeah, and his
yeah, he's
brother
way
who
taller. Like as far as height goes, he'll make Diesel look like a tic tac. Like Diesel's, he's probably like 18 and a half. 19 max.
Yeah.
I would say 18 range, max 19, which is really where I just want to be at. He's probably right around the 90-pound mark, so I'm not trying to get any bigger than him. Although I do think you have to keep size relevant because you don't want to go too small. Oldie male, because I think that's just gonna look. You'll lose the thickness and the stoutness, the cobbiness of the dog.
Mm,
Because I do think oldies should have more of a cobby look than an AB.
yeah. And then Frank and Diesel, they're half brothers of
Right.
the mom,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The one
Yep.
is Diesel F2 or F1?
Diesel's F1.
Okay, and then Frank is American Bulldog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Frank. Oh, that's the you took him to nationals, right? I think I seen
Mm-hmm.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was like 14 months when I took him, so
yeah.
he's
And
filled out quite a bit.
I think you took that other dog. No, any one of those
Diesel as
Tonka
well,
or
right?
what
Yeah,
was it?
Diesel was there. He got best in show twice, and then
Yeah,
best of breed all 3 times for the oldies.
Yeah.
No, like I need to hit an oldie show relatively soon because I think he's a really good example of a mid, like for an F1, very middle, as far
yeah,
as not leaning to AB, and he doesn't look like an English bulldog, very balanced.
yeah. No,
And he's gonna
definitely. Yeah.
turn 3 in March, so
So, fellas, can I see a picture of an oldie so I have a better understanding of the type? Francisco,
Yeah, we'll show you right now. Who's this?
what do you got in that profile
yeah, that's
picture?
Diesel as a puppy.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Let
Yeah,
me
that's Diesel. I think he's probably like maybe 7 months there.
let me
No, Diesel was great. He was a really good dog.
oh here's a better one. I like this one from him.
Yeah.
There you go, Francisco.
So off that picture, you could definitely tell he is shorter. His back is short, but not super short. I would like to see more turn of stifle on him. I like his shoulders fine. Uh, his croup set's a little down, but not excessive. His little top line's pretty flat,
Yeah.
but I think there's a lot to build off on that dog.
No, definitely, yeah. And then CJ,
Because I have
I know.
I have Trinity and she's over angulated. So there's gonna
Oh,
come to a point where when I breed Diesel to Trinity, I'll get the angles back and then I'll still retain type. That will be double
oh,
Tonka though. So I won't lose type. I'll probably lose a little size. And that's where I want to try to balance. If that's my F2 now, because Diesel's an F1 and I go to F2, where I do want to balance on the other side where this litter might kick in. Because these are all F1s, right?
yeah.
So if I breed Diesel to one of my keeper females in there, now they're F2s.
Okay.
So I would have taken line bred Tonka in the future, which is Diesel Trinity, to Diesel here. That will act as the outcross down the road, right?
Yeah.
But then if I take it all together, it'll be double Diesel, which doubles my F1 breeding because Diesel's an F1 from Tonka and Billy. And that will essentially make my F3s hopefully similar to F1s. That way I'm not constantly going back into the well. Because
Correct.
I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
think it's not to say I'll never do another F1 breeding again, but I do think there is the mindset of if I hit F1s, right, I want to hit F2s, F3s, to where you can build your own stock. That way you're not always going back to the well. Because
Yeah.
maybe there's not a thick Rick in 10 years, or
Yeah.
maybe I
True.
don't have
Yep.
another access to Billy in 10 years, or maybe that's just not the route I want to go. I want to build off my own blood.
Yeah.
That's
So
just kind of my thought on it.
John, from
Yeah.
the IOEBA, there are having a couple of shows. I know they're having one in
Mm-hmm.
Texas. I don't know if it's in March.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure when it is, But I know Sykes Bulldogs is having one in Arkansas, I think. And it's
Hmm.
coming up. It's coming up at
Yeah,
the end
it'll
of the
just.
month, I think. Yeah.
I definitely think. I would say maybe 6 to 12 months. I'll definitely try to get them out because right now I can show Tacoma, I can show Diesel. I think they'll do pretty well. The puppies, they won't be ready till 8, 12 months from now.
Okay.
So I definitely do when I want to hit a show, like bring my best forward.
Yeah.
Like Diesel, he just kind of been chilling. But it does take a lot of time to hit shows.
It
I'm
does.
in Texas now. And then I'm in Amarillo now. I'm not in Fort Worth anymore. So
Okay.
it just takes time planning. But I definitely, before, when Diesel's 3 to 4 range, I want to bring them. And then I want to bring these guys out when they're like 1 to 2. That's just kind of like my soft plan.
Mhm. So I guess the
April
IOEBA,
18th.
April 18, Texas.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely bring Diesel there. Diesel's really good. I don't think I've met a person that hasn't liked Diesel.
Yeah, no. Diesel is great. I see a
Even
girl
on an
that
AB standpoint, like, even though he is an oldie, I think you could see a nice dog.
oh, definitely. This dog here, CJ. Who's this?
That's Trinity.
Oh, that's Trinity.
Yep. She's an F3. She's a super dog, you know. She was a singleton out of my Tonka Toots breeding. Uh and the repeat breeding just happened with her. Kenneth Troyer has the parents now.
Okay.
And she just got a sister and she was a singleton.
Oh,
So yeah, Trinity, she's a lot of dog.
Really?
Yep. She's only had 2 breedings, both with Tonka. Well, I bred Toots, and I could go down that rabbit hole a little bit. But I was only be able to get her pregnant once, and she only had 1 puppy. And that was with
mm,
Trinity.
Mm.
She was a swimmer puppy, you know, and I had to work with her on those ailments of being a swimmer puppy.
yeah,
She's fine now, but I definitely think her front's not what it would have been if she had like a whole litter. But as a dog and everything, she's got excellent type. She has insane bone, more bone than Diesel. Like, she's super thick, like she looks like a male, and she has a ton of turn of stifle. So that's kind of the reason why I want to take her to Diesel, because I'll lock in type and then I'll get the angles back and add bone.
okay, awesome. So Robert did say there's several types of oldies,
Right.
um, and not that one is better than the other one. Where where do your oldies fit? Do you feel that that's the right oldie, or is it's? I know it's preference because I've seen
Right.
like
I
Cannon
think
Cannon
like
Bulldogs. His
I
dogs are
think with like
athletic.
ABs, you have like a bully look, like Frank, for instance. He's on the less extreme side.
Yeah.
You have a dog like who are you bringing to Prime? I think that was one of your last posts. Like
Oh
Prime,
no. Yeah, no. But I
like
have
there.
Prime in there, yeah, but yeah,
Yeah. Like, you have different levels of bully American Bulldog, right? The
true.
same thing goes with oldies. I mean, you could have a dog that looks, I don't want to say houndy, but like racier.
Yeah,
And you can have a dog that's very Englishy. It just, it is a composite breed, and there will be a range, especially
yeah,
if you're having F1s. But even regardless out of F1s, if you just Google Old English Bulldog, you'll see some that look very Englishy. You'll see some that kind of have a triangle head.
yeah.
It just kind of depends where and how you want to breed. Like, Ostergaard's breeds oldies now.
I saw
And
that.
if you
Yeah,
look at their oldies, they look nothing like the oldies in the States. You could tell
that's
they're
true.
like in that iteration, but the head shape does differ.
Yeah,
But I do want to have that blocky head. I think we can talk about structure all day. We could talk about uh, good angulation, forearms, the brisket of the dog and whatnot. But if you don't have type, then you have no breed, you know.
Yeah, of
So with
course.
the oldie, like I would say Diesel, for instance, I would say that head type, if I could produce that head type 10 times out of 10, I would never be disappointed with that oldie head.
Mhm.
But
Do
I
you
do
feel
think it
that it?
takes a little AB to get there.
Yeah, yeah. Do you feel that it's? I don't want to say difficult, but let's say you're in the ring and you get all these different types of oldies in there, and this is where it goes. Where I guess, like you said, it type
Mhm.
is what
Hmm.
matters, right?
Right.
So even if you're in the standard there, but the type is what they're gonna get picked.
Yeah.
So, so do you feel that some people get discouraged because of that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that could be ABs or oldies, you know?
Yeah.
Um, like the 2025 Nationals they had a bodybuilder's dog that won. Oso was in there. Uh, you had a couple other dogs that were kind of in the middle. You have to ask yourself what's the judge's knowledge, you know, on the oldies, because even if they're an American Bully judge, they're not they're referencing the oldie standard, you know,
Yeah.
and that's all they're doing is referencing. So when they read that standard and they go in the ring, they're picking on structure, which is, I don't want to say synonymous to every breed, but there's a level of structure like cowhawk or east westy or
Correct. Yeah.
rye jaw or cross-eyed, you know, those are going to be defaults. But however they interpret the standard is who they're going to pick to win. So if they feel the dog is more athletic and that's the standard interpretation they understand, they might pick more of an AB dog versus if they just know what an English bulldog is and they reference the standard, maybe they pick more of an Englishy type, you know.
Yeah.
Just like you and I and Gam might pick a different AB of what is the definitive bully type, you know, for an American bulldog, you know.
Yeah.
Like you might have like Diesel, Bill, or their sires, you know, versus I could say like when I was growing up, Buff Dogs Tyson Jr., that was a crazy looking dog. I
Yeah.
thought that was
Yeah.
a bully, a nice bully American bulldog, you know. I'm not saying his temperament was the best, you know, because anything with Daly was kind of you
Yeah.
know. But if you look at him and you look at those dogs, you can see that they're the same breed, you know.
Yeah.
But that type has to be agreed upon, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I think there's a range, and I think there's been winners, you know, like Rocky that Chris Moore has. He's not the most Englishy looking dog,
He's not.
but he's got a mega head and he's really wide and built, you know, and maybe he doesn't have the excessive wrinkle, but maybe he had enough type for that judge to like have him as the national winner, you
As a
know.
national, yeah, yeah. No, I agree.
So,
And yeah, and I've seen him. I've seen him in person. It's a like you say, he don't have the English
mhm.
bulldog features, but he's a nice dog, big dog.
Yeah, super nice dog. I
Yeah,
mean, just like when you're in the champion ring, you know, and you go against a Bibby's dog with Diesel, right? They're both bully dogs, you know, but there's a different interpretation of what that
yeah,
standard says, you know.
true. Yeah,
And whether I don't want to say preference doesn't play a role, but everybody has a preference.
yeah.
You will be biased to some degree on what you prefer an American bulldog or an oldie to look, you know. I might have a
That
preference of like an F1 where it's kind of 50-50 versus somebody might like F1s that are more lined English bulldog and they like to just have a healthier version of an English bulldog, you know,
yeah,
which I can't say they'd be that far off because the whole point of an old English bulldog is to have more athleticism that English bulldog doesn't have, you know, because now they're just kind of more wrinkle balls and
yeah.
pogo sticked, you know,
Yeah.
so.
No, and that's a great point. I agree with you on that, CJ, for sure. That's why that's a oldie, right? To be
Mhm.
I guess healthier, more athletic dog than the English. So no, no, definitely good point there.
Yeah, and I'm not saying F1s are always the way to go. I think they have a place and time. But at the end of the day, if you have the opportunity to do it, I think it's a cool experience. You know, like I said, I don't plan on doing F1s, 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 F1s,
Yeah.
but I do think it does offer that, outcross like thing that you see in like ABs. Because
Yeah. Yeah.
in essence, let's say you were trying to build a hybrid American Bulldog. Not saying you are, but if you bred a bully to a standard, that would be almost farther in my mind than doing an F1 breeding on oldies. Because at least
Mhm.
I'm trying to match types together.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
trying to capitalize on her pedigree and add the cheek, add the size. Versus now you got triangle heads from the standard American Bulldogs breeding with these big blocks, and now you're getting these weird trapezoids.
Yeah. Yep.
Which, hey, I like the hybrids. I think there's some cool hybrids out there. I just think when you breed that hybrid, what's the hybrid going to throw? It's just same thing as the F1. What's the F1 got to throw? You do have to line it up. But just
Yeah.
like whenever you bring an outcross in, at some point you have to line your outcross, otherwise you'll lose it.
Agreed. Yeah, and that's why your outcross, it doesn't have to be scatterbred because then it's crazy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
get
exactly.
you're not gonna know what you're gonna get. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna get the variants already.
hmm
Yeah.
so
I do
CJ,
think oldies aren't line bred enough, though. I'll say that. I do think they are more on the scattered version
okay.
of like breeds, but because even if you just talk about generational dogs, they're not insanely inbred in my mind. At least the
Mm,
pedigrees I've seen or the dogs I've been interested in.
yeah. Oh, I didn't think about that. That's good to know. I didn't know.
Because like you have an inbred male off Diesel, and I
Yeah.
rarely see that kind of breeding in oldies, like at all.
What? Why do you feel that? Is it because they're
It could be a
afraid?
health, maybe it
Okay.
depends on the dog. I think on a foundational instance, you would have to line breed. Um, Otherwise you're just mixing Sprite, Coke, Fanta, and then you're getting this weird like carbonated drink.
Yeah.
Like especially with like this F1 litter, I'm trying to hone in a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely want a slam down compact version of Thick Rick, or um I don't know if they still have her on her website, but Chris and Gina produced this female. It's Cinnamon's sister called Hethany, and she's this chocolate brindle, compact, mega head female. I would definitely want to be in the range of that.
Mm,
But I think as long as you're trying to breed forward and breed a better dog than what you found, I think that's anybody's end goal, regardless
yes,
if it's ABs
definitely.
or
Yep.
oldies.
CJ,
Not
how
to say
many?
you want to keep things the same, because I do think breeding forward versus keeping your progress. Sometimes I do think keeping your progress is a safer move and a better move.
Yeah. I know it's true. Yep. So from this litter that you have, are you keeping any keepers?
I might keep two females and one male. They're really nice. I had a couple people interested in the 4 to 6 week mark on the males, but nobody's. I only got two males. The rest are
Is
females.
this one of them?
Yeah, so that's Tater. He was my keeper. I might pick his brother now since he's still hanging around. Chip is the lighter fawn version. He's changed a lot in the past 2 weeks. So usually I pick the puppies around 6 weeks, and then I'll kind of advertise who I like or want. That's Mash. She's awesome.
You keeping her?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that the one I showed earlier?
Um, I don't remember.
No, that was another potato name. Is that the theme for the
Oh,
litter
Yeah, no,
name?
no, that's different. Yeah.
oh,
So I
okay.
have they're all fry potato names. So like I got potato, yams, fry, sweet potato, chip, tater tot. Just just the litter theme. No, potato and mash. Those are two different
I like
dogs.
that.
Okay,
At least
okay.
you have a theme.
Yeah, but no,
Eh,
the litter is pretty consistent. Like they're all pretty thick. Obviously, there's some out. Yeah, that's Chip. He's turning pretty cool.
Oh, that guy's cool.
He's
yeah.
really nice. Like I thought he might have been too short back, but his back's pretty good. That was probably the only thing that was my reservation with him was maybe size. But Tater, I think Tater's gonna be pretty big. He's got a lot of bone. Maybe a little bit more AB type in the face, but I wouldn't say he looks like an AB. Chip, I think Chip's gonna be really nice.
Did you keep
Yeah.
any tails on them,
Tater.
CJ?
So all the females have tails and all the males have dock tails.
Oh, okay.
The males only had uh Tater had a kink and Chip had a kink, so I just docked it. But all the females had straight tails, so I kept it.
They're asking to see the parents. You know what? I think I'm gonna post the banner you did.
Yeah, the banners. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Thick Rick. Yeah. Yeah, he's a chocolate brindle and she's just a red fawn. So the only options for colors was going to be red fawn and chocolate brindle.
Yeah. Oh, that
But
was
yeah,
a
she's.
pretty,
What was that?
no. I said that was a pretty good breeding you did right there.
Yeah. So she's double Patron. If you put her in the pedigree database, it would be like a 3-3.
Okay.
So it's a granddaughter and a grandson off of Patron on her side of the pit, and then he's like 8 times the Amadeus. No, yeah, Amadeus and I think it's like Zipporah. Basically, what produced Stranglehold, India Princess,
Oh yeah.
uh, Gizmo. He's got that 8 shots in his pedigree. So even though it's farther back, um, he's got a lot. So with her having that, because Chris Trailer, he's Bully Tech. He used frozen semen off of Patron, I want to say in like 2018. So that's how he got that blood in.
Mm,
So that's the only, I do think that's another reason why this clicked is because it's not far back and it is line bred on it.
yeah.
So
Oh,
between
CJ,
being,
here, just because I'm going through your page, but I
no, you're
remember
good.
that this is Frank's brother, right?
Yeah, he's changed a lot too. He got a lot thicker. Yeah, that's
Really?
Ace. So
Yeah, I
X Mass
remember.
Bulldoggies has
Oh yeah, I
Ace,
remember that.
and they did a couple F1 breedings on him.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, they got he definitely produced more athletic to the oldies.
Okay.
So they bred him. I'm trying to think of the pedigree to a Crimson daughter, I think. So she was an F1 off Crimson and one of Chris and Gina's oldies. I can't remember. And then that F1 was bred back to Ace, and those puppies did come out pretty American Bulldog.
Oh.
Like he has a son named Scar, and he looks he looks like a very athletic version of Ace, just shrunken down.
Okay.
Which I'm not saying that doesn't have a place in the oldie world, but you can breed to that feature, because it does say in the standard that athleticism is a big factor in that breed. So,
Mm.
like, a good example of that would be like, Cannon Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Like, all his oldies are athletic, and
Yes.
like they run, they jump, they're very functional dogs. So, like, a breeding like that could be like enticing to him,
So yeah.
And he's not, and a lot of his stuff I don't think is F1s. I think they're already bred quite a bit, but he's kept that type.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be opposed to adding that style of dog. I just know that's a straight out cross.
Yeah.
Even if it being a generational oldie,
Still
he's
awkward.
locked those features in to where it would almost be like breeding to an AB.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could find whatever outcross you like, just like in ABs.
That's true. Yeah. Let me see what else we have here, guys.
But yeah, the puppies are doing great. They're gonna be 9 weeks tomorrow.
fellas.
Bring one up, CJ. Whatever
want
you
to
have
see one?
available, bring them up. Yeah. Let's promote
Here,
that guy.
I'm gonna hop
Oh, so
off the
they're
screen.
all over the place.
I'll do. They're sleeping right now, but
Oh,
I'll bring I'll bring one. I'll bring one.
okay.
He's gonna wake them all up right now.
Let's see. Let me get this girl.
Look at
This is
that.
Fry.
Oh, that's nice.
He's really big.
What's up,
I
puppy?
kept the tail on her. She's definitely one of the thicker girls.
And she's available, right?
Yeah, she is.
So for the viewers out there looking for a F1 OD, hey, CJ has them.
No, she's pretty cool. All
We're
the
starting
females
the-
have tails.
Yeah.
Start
Start the bids.
the bids.
Yeah, we're gonna sell her live.
No, she's got really nice shoulders. I got really good type lines out of this breeding. I don't have anybody that's really straight stifled. I don't have anybody that's really overangulated either.
It's a good blend then.
She's tight.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she's like the wrinkliest puppy
Big
too.
click, for sure.
Yeah. They go see the vet tomorrow, so I'll get weights on them.
Nice.
But no, I'll grab another. Let me grab a male.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Here, I gotta help her now. She just got off
There
work.
you go.
Okay.
But yeah, Fry, you can see the wrinkle definition on her a little bit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because she doesn't look straight AB. Like if you see them in the flesh, they are different. Oh, you want to see Tater? Tater's huge. Tater's
Look at
big.
that.
So he's got the little longer back. His brother's super short back. But to me, he's very old school mixed with the oldie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it looks good.
And their muzzles aren't like smushed either. But they're not.
No.
If you have an AB puppy and you look at and you compare it to Tater, he's got a shorter muzzle for sure.
Yeah.
So like they're not straight up like even if they're F1s, you can still tell the difference between an F1 versus an American Bulldog. Like that's a pretty broad head.
Yeah.
That muzzle's already
look at that.
boxed. Like if this was an AB straight up, that would be like no face American Bulldog,
Yeah. Oh wow. That
No,
guy's
he's huge.
nice. Yeah.
Like he's really big.
And how old are they now?
8 weeks. They'll be 9 weeks tomorrow. Here, I'll bring
Okay.
Chip.
Okay.
Or maybe we could both get them in view. We'll see.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
The size difference. So,
Kind of compare them.
kind
Yeah.
of hold him like this, Katie. Like he's
That's
much
another
shorter
male?
back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's
I
Like
see
Tater
that.
is
wrinklier,
huge.
too.
Yeah. So like we'll do a close up of him, and then Chip is a lot more facial. More defined, more
Yeah.
expression. That's why I was saying, like, if people were asking me, I'll take Chip. Like, which pup is outshining which? And I was like, it's not really about outshining. It's about what you're trying to get out of the breeding. Even if it's out of an F1. Like,
Yeah.
if you were trying to retain the shorter back, right? But you wanted AB features, this would be a pretty good selection,
Yeah.
Versus if you needed more bone or size because all you have is English
Yeah,
Bulldogs.
it would be hard to say.
Yeah. Because, like, even if you went and I always tell people,
Then you're gonna
pull
pick
all
another.
this back you're still gonna see cheeks on them. You know,
Yep. Yep.
like that's still a blocky head. But even if you let him like relax, he's still got a broader muzzle. But the muzzle is not like if that was an AB muzzle, that would be like short.
Short. Yep.
At least the ones I've had and produced.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Chip. He's smaller, but I wouldn't say it's a negative, especially on an oldie, you know.
True.
And I'm not breeding to a male
No,
that's
not
24
at
inches
all.
tall. Because if I really didn't have any thought to it, I would have just brought Frank in, you know. But that type's not gonna align with
With yeah.
Cinemax, you know.
Yep.
A giant at that point is like, what are you trying to do? You know. Yeah, you bring me another. Um, so I do think when you do the F1s, you have to pick something with like terms, you know, like
Yeah.
something that isn't just gonna fight it. Versus like my Tonka Billy breeding, that was more of a broader stretch. And this is a female. No, she's pretty bully. She's my keep. This is
Yeah.
my keeper. She's big block.
Hey, you know what? The tails look good on them, CJ.
Yeah. So I was gonna dock this whole letter's tails regardless if they were straight. But when I produced Trinity, I forget who I was talking to. But they were like, "Oh, you docked the tail. She must have had a kink." And I was like, "No, she had a straight tail." And they're like, "Well, you can't prove it." So I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, my next litter, I'll keep the tails on the females." You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But no,
Yeah. She's
all the
beautiful.
puppies are. Hey, pull Potato out because they were asking about Potato. So this is Mash. She's probably a good middle base as far as the oldie production goes. You know, good amount of facial expression type. She's got a lot more doo-wop. You know,
Yeah.
versus Potato, which is the girl next to the bull in the
Mhm.
picture. This is her.
Oh.
She got more of a nugget. Um, I wouldn't say that I produced like a simply incredible dog, but I feel like if she was like producing dogs still, this could like come out of her yard. Just the oldie version,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she has a lot of that style of type. She's a little shorter back, not too much. She's got a full tail, but it's a shorter tail. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah. I could see it. Yeah. Yeah.
But you still get that broadness from the AB here, and it's just a little extra expression on the wrinkle.
Nice.
Oh, you want to bring Sweet Pea? You want to see Studebaker reborn?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the runt. The runt of the litter. I mean, runts always look a little different, but she's like a true runt. So Potato is the smallest female, and then this is S'more or Sweet Pea. Like,
Oh yeah.
so when we went to the vet last time, she was 6.3 pounds and she was 2.6.
Oh wow.
Like I can almost hold her in my hand. Like she's
And
little.
she's sold. Is she or she's available?
No, the runt sold first.
Oh wow.
Out of everybody, she sold first. Yeah.
Oh wow,
She's gonna be more like
go
Rocky
figure.
Yeah.
Studebaker type. Like
Yep.
she's tight skinned. Like she got a little wrinkle there, but every puppy has a wrinkle there.
Yeah.
She's super short, compact, like little. Like she looks like a 6-week-old puppy right now.
For reals. Yeah. She is small.
But she's all like forehead. But she's healthy, you know. But like she's probably the closest, you know. But even there, you can see the wrinkle is a little
Yeah.
different. But no, she's tiny. Versus Tater, I had to use like 2 hands like this.
Yeah.
She's little. I think that was everybody.
Yeah,
Oh, I have Yams, but Yams is kind of similar
dang.
to. She's in between like Potato and Mash, maybe. She's got a little more AB flair. Did you see? I think his name's Bubba. When you went to the Beast of the East show, it's
Oh
off
yes,
Blue
yes,
Dream. He's like
yes. I
Brendel
did.
Piebald oldie.
Yes, yes.
I think she might be more of a female version of him at the end.
Mm.
But she's a little less cheek here. She's got a little more muzzle. But even on I still think even on an AB that would be. See if she rotates. It's probably more getting closer.
Yeah,
She probably has the best structure, honestly, of the group. Most angles.
yeah,
But I don't necessarily. If I had Tonka still, she could probably be the keeper. But because I have Diesel and I want to try to breed forward, I would
yeah.
want to try to keep something more in the middle.
Mm.
You know. Yeah, those are the pups. They're pretty cool. But you can see like the ranges between like Chip and Tater as far as size. But all the girls were pretty similar. All
Yeah, no,
blocky
yeah.
heads,
Yep.
good amount of the amount of wrinkle and expression maybe varies. But just like with puppies, all that will eventually tighten up a little bit.
Yep.
Now they're not going to be like AB tight because they're not ABs, but they should have that flair.
Yeah, yeah. No, and it's a really nice litter, really consistent, honestly. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that F1 really did it for me, honestly. Like I said,
Yeah,
I've
this
seen.
litter, definitely try to line up a dog that carried that genetics, and I have another plan for Cinemax to do something similar potentially for our next breeding, but we'll see how these guys are in the next 6 to 12 months, and then I'll probably either pull the trigger or not. We'll see.
Mm, yeah, yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Now, well, CJ, we're coming to our end. I
Yeah, for sure,
appreciate
I
you being
appreciate
here
it.
for sure. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
your
yeah.
wife just got home, and you got to attend to her too and stuff.
Oh, you're good, you're good. But yeah, it was great being on here. Appreciate it. Yeah, super happy about the puppies. F1s are cool. You just have to do it, I think, with a lot of intent.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. They look good.
Yeah. CJ, but before we leave, hey, give out your social media where they can
Definitely.
find you. You got pups available. Anybody that's trying to get an OD, hey, hit up CJ.
Yep.
Go for it, CJ.
Yes. I'm on CJ Hernandez on Facebook, and then it's CJ Bulldogs _22 _22 on Instagram. But if you DM me on Facebook, I can share all that. I got a Bulldog page and on Instagram. That's just CJ Bulldogs 22. So if you look me
All
up there,
right.
I'll pop up.
So there you go, guys. If you're looking for, follow CJ. Not just because you're trying to get a dog, but hey, follow CJ on his platforms, and any questions that you guys might have that want to ask him directly to him, hey, shoot him a message.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. It was definitely fun. Always enjoyed talking about dog talk, and yeah, I'll definitely be watching no matter what.
All right. Thank you, CJ.
Cool. I'll catch you guys later.
All right.